sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Chicago Bears. Set for football now on a sunny afternoon in the second city. And off we go from Soldier Field. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going.
First play of the drive. Excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
We'll get this to about the 38.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
He finds his man complete. It's Chambers. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
In motion comes the tight end left. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive had started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Allen. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing to start the drive. Peyton. Oh, he's going to air it out right away.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they were trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams would take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Allen. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Now the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a reach. 14-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards to pick up there.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Peyton. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 7. Looking to throw. Peyton being chased out left. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
56, 56. Five wide.
From the gun, it's Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen, and he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Chambers. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Peyton, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. Allen going to throw. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Second and goal from the 1.
Half 85, half 85.
Allen going to try and keep it. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal. To throw, it's Allen. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The sack goes to Chris Barnes. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
much like a running back going through the line. Quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Looking to throw on second down. Peyton under pressure, and they got to him again. Arnold Ebiketie. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. Peyton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Let's take it inside his own 40.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. In motion goes the tight end. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cortland Sutton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
A final shot before break. Peyton. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So third down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. Looking to throw. Peyton.
That's complete to Mooney.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's good for the Chicago Bears.
Haskins now on 1st and 10. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Now
that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Back to throw. Peyton. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Take it in at the 22. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now Allen. He finds his man complete. That's Chambers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
56, 56. Hey, tight.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Half 10. Middle. Half. Alert!
Here's Allen to throw it. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. We're up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide, as they've established already.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Allen now looks to throw.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Half 85, half 85. All 52. Sub. Regular.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bears will get the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
That's complete right side to Kmet. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
To throw on second down.
Peyton, a quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Peyton.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Peyton escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
On 3rd down, Peyton.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket.
And again back to Kmet. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
No reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10. A give to Haskins up the middle. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Another run for Haskins.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Davis Price hit and he fumbles it.
And the Falcons grab it. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Now the try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Fields it right around the goal line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board. Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. That one goes for 8 yards.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll go back to Edwards on 1st down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game. and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Finds Kmet on the quick slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
And there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
To throw on second down. Peyton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. 30, the 20. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season. And those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
A big loss on the play brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's a run from Haskins.
And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Looking to throw. Peyton. And now here is another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Peyton eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And some space here. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but As you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
On 1st and 10, Peyton. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
He finds his man complete. That's Mullins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Boy, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep.
So for Atlanta,
they do get that 10th win of the year as they finish up at 10-7 overall.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season.